If you tell your kid to clean up and they always say no, I want you to make sure that you're never giving a direction that sounds like this. It's time to clean up, okay? That's a question. And if you have asked a question, you need to be okay with whatever answer the child gives to you, even if it's no. If you don't clean up right now, I'm gonna throw those toys away. That's a threat. Things that sound like threats are likely to ignite your child's fight-flight response. We don't want that. Clean up time. That's parenting across the house and you need to get closer. Come on, come on, come on. You need to clean up and then we're leaving. Hurry up. That's vague and rushed. You need to break it down and get specific. That's your mess and you need to clean it up. That may be true, but your child may need a lot more support and a lot more of your presence. Here's what I want you to do instead. Arms distance. If you are not within arm's distance of your child, do not give a direction. You need to get closer. If they are actively engaged in something, make sure that you help them to close that and get their attention on you before you give the direction. Okay, if they are doing Legos and you're over here saying they need to clean up because it's going to be time to go pick up brother, it's too many words. So get close, get within arm's distance. Help them close the activity. Make sure the focus is on you. Then give the direction. Now, here's the thing about your direction. 0 questions unless it's actually a question, okay? So, did you hear it? Even I just said that. Oops. Even when I just said that to you, I made it into a question. That's what we don't want that. So don't say okay at the end of your sentence because it makes it feel like a question and then your child is going to feel like you disrespected their voice and body. So give them the direction. If they're still not moving, that lets me know that I need to break it down further. Ways to break it down. You pick up the yellows, I'll pick up the blues. Here's the bucket. I'll do the first one. Let's race. I'll do 3 and you do 7. Everybody pick up 5 things that are bigger than your head. Get really specific. Now, as they start to do something, you need to offer a lot of praise. Okay, so notice the effort that they're putting forward. If they're only putting forward a little bit of effort, like they just pick up a little tiny piece of fuzz, I might say, wow, you got a piece of fuzz. Next thing, bigger than your head. Okay, so I'm not like going like, don't do that or don't mess with me that way or like that kind of stuff if they're being a little bit edgy and kind of pushing the boundary, because the truth of the matter is she did just pick up a piece of fuzz and you did ask her to pick things up. And so I'm going to have a little bit of humor about that and I'm going to break it down and be more specific for the next one. Now, if my child still isn't moving, I'm going to put something in their hand, right? If they're still not moving, I'm going to say, wow, this is kind of tricky. And I'm going to think about like, what does this kid actually need in order to move forward with this? I do not care if I even do most of the cleaning up, especially for a younger child. I just want them to participate in some way. So that could be, me squeezing them or throwing them up or giving them a moment of deep connection or deep sensory input and then helping them to do 1 or 2 things. I'm just looking for the felt sense of like I did a little bit coupled with praise and presence from the parent figure so that our kiddo starts to learn like I can do this and my parent is going to notice me when I do it. And I'm going to do that on repeat. And I know it sounds like not very much and it sounds like there's all kinds of stuff that you have to do in order to like get all the supports in. But what you're telling me is that your 5-year-old is constantly saying no to you. And so I just want to shift that a little bit. I want to have a couple of experiences in which I give her the information in a way that's easy to process. I get really close and then I praise her for it because the thing that I want her to hold on to is that relationship with you. And it's inside of that relationship that she's going to learn that like she's got to do some things. There's some stuff that has to happen when you're in a family and you live in a house and you share spaces. And one of those things is cleaning up. But it doesn't have to be drudgery. And I'm going to be super careful about how I set her up in the future so that she has positive experiences of that. And I might, like if she's really struggling, I might couple it, right, with something that's delightful afterwards. It's like, we're going to clean up and I want to offer something else that's preferred, right? We're going to clean up. I'll do the blues, you do the yellows, or let's all pick up 7 things. Those are specific directions, coupled with praise, coupled with a high five. So I'm really taking care of the environment. And then we're going to go do something delightful. So it's like first the cleanup and then the delightful thing. So now I've sequenced my day so that it's easier for her to cooperate. If that feels overwhelming, just do it like once. Like think about, okay, we just did Legos. I'm just going to clean up the Legos that way right now. I don't have to like change all of my parenting for the whole day. That's too much for you. Just like the other stuff was too much for her. And so just go for like a single positive experience of doing it that way in the small moments and see what your kid's reaction is. And then we can build in the supports that she responds the most to so that you can consistently have an easier time. If you need more help with this, go to the link in my bio. Check out my 12-week program. That's where I work intensely with families on supporting their kids to cooperate on the day-to-day stuff. You can book a consult with me and we can talk about whether the program is a fit for your family.